you guys following this whole Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, Taylor Swift, Candace Owens thing? If you're not, that's fine. Just scroll on. I don't have any choice because it's all over my feed wherever I go. So let's talk about it. Because back in the summer, It Ends With Us came out, and it was something a little weird with how Blake Lively was promoting it versus how Justin Baldoni was promoting it. And it was very evident that Justin Baldoni was being kind of cast out of the cast promoting it. Blake Lively was promoting it all like, grab your girlfriends and your florals and come on down. Well, it was a DV movie. It's a book by Colleen Hoover, It Ends With Us. And the message, which is what Justin Baldoni wanted to portray, was like a message of hope for DV victims. And he really wanted to push that end of it. He also owns the rights to the series, It Ends With Us. There's a couple of books in that series. Back in the summer, people thought, hey, this is kind of weird. What's going on here? And then a lot of people were jumping on the Justin Baldoni bandwagon because all of these other interviews with Blake Lively were resurfacing of just her not being very nice, her kind of being mean girl vibes, okay? So then all of these things started resurfacing on social media, like old footage of being interviewed and being rude to the interviewers. And people started to kind of jump on the bandwagon of Justin Baldoni, who was kind of more promoting indie films and directing indie films and films that had strong messages attached to it, okay? So fast forward to December, and it comes out where Blake Lively goes through the New York Times, I believe, and just started dishing out all of this tea with Justin Baldoni and claims a type of harassment and all of the proof behind it. Justin Baldoni is no way. So he comes and he hires this big time lawyer, and it kind of seems like it's David and Goliath, this Hollywood couple of well-known and Hollywood sweethearts up against, they were trying to just kind of slander his name. And he was like, I'm not gonna stand for this, okay? So then Candace Owens gets involved, and she's like, I am gonna do some digging. And boy, does she do some digging. And who knew, in 25, this whole scandal would be bringing together the left and the right. People are rooting for Candace Owens to keep doing her digging. So she's uncovering so many hours of research. She uncovers she starts bringing in Taylor Swift and all of the things, because I guess Blake Lively says I'm like Khaleesi and I have very strong dragons in the industry, meaning Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds, who's her husband. There's so many other things, because Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively met while they were in other relationships, and they met on a movie set. So then what starts coming out is Ryan Reynolds some narcissistic, abusive husband, and Blake Lively was finally able to do this movie, and then she kind of caught feelings for Justin Baldoni, and then Justin Baldoni was all this is just business, and then she kind of gets offended, what, you don't like me? So then there's that kind of spin that Ryan Reynolds was I need to see the dailies, and then he saw the dailies, and then that's when all of this starts transpiring. We don't know if Blake Lively's well, no, wait a minute, this is, I didn't sign up for this. This is a type of harassment. And then now Taylor Swift is no, you're not dragging me into this. And we're no longer friends. And newsflash, you can't come to the Super Bowl, which if you didn't know, last year, Blake Lively went to the Super Bowl with Taylor Swift. And now it's this big fiat. Now it's is it going to go to trial? And if it is going to go to trial, is Taylor Swift going to have to testify? And it's all of these things. So anyways, Candace Owens is covering it because she has sons, and she's I'm uncovering this because the whole Me Too movement and how you can just kind of cry wolf, me too. And she's no, you can't. And she's kind of stepping in for, David in this whole fiasco, because, he's kind of this indie director, it's all about the message, but then now he's standing up for himself because he's this big shot lawyer. Anyways, Have you been following this? And also along the lines of Candace Owens, what she has uncovered about the French Prime Minister. Have you followed that? Okay. I can't say it on here because it'll probably get like flagged, but oh my gosh. So now people have a list of things that they want Candace Owens to like dive in and uncover. There's like a whole lot because she is like she is digging up so many things that people forever are wanting to cover up. Anyways, that's all over my feed, whether I like it or not. And I figured that we would talk about it because, you know, stuff that's on Instagram is a little different for me than my algorithm on TikTok. So anyways, slick back ponytail because I've got greasy hair.